What's up, everybody? This is Zach Cry with the Jam Space Podcast, and we are on a journey to the stoned cold truth. Before we get into the episode, I want to let you guys know my new solo album, All the Same, is going to be dropping April 9th on Bandcamp. The title track for that song is already streaming on Spotify and anywhere you get your music. We got a music video coming out for that song next month, February 12th, and then we're going to be dropping a trailer later on today. Today is Monday, January 25th. It's time to rock and roll, people. Today I got Ian Colbert. He is a bass player for the Phoenix Doom stoner band Stone Witch. They've got stuff streaming all over Spotify right now, man. They're like a staple in the scene over here. He is also an audio engineer who, like several of my other guests on the podcast so far, has graduated from Crass. And he's got a lot of cool things to say about that. He also works with Chris Beck on his podcast, Doom Tomb. So if you haven't had a chance to check out Doom Tomb podcast, definitely go over there because Chris is just doing amazing things for the scene. If I could just get him to respond to my email, I'd like to have him on the show. I'm just kidding, Chris. We love you. Let's get into the episode. This track is called White Eye by Stone Witch. Zach.
Hey, what's happening, Zach the Snack?
How you doing, brother?
Good, how are you?
Good, man. I was just jamming your Desert Oracle album before I called, man.
Oh, cool, cool.
Yeah, dude. Hey, didn't you record that?
I did record it. That's right.
Nice, man. Let's get into that a little bit, man. We'll just get right into it. How was it recording that?
Oh, it was awesome, man. It was a lot of fun. For the most part, we had, it took us a long time to do when we were recording that one because we started recording it, and then I learned about a real hard lesson, man, about backing up your backups. Uh, we
Yeah,
had we
you
had a
got
hard drive that failed after we spent like the first 4 months on it or so.
no way,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Hard drive failed, man. I went all around to all kinds. You see all those data recovery places and stuff. And I remember one place was like the only place I found that said maybe we can help you, but they wanted like $2,000 to fix it. And you know what I told them? I said do it. And then they got back to me. They're like, keep your money, man. We can't do it. I was like, oh shit.
Damn. So,
But it was kind of a blessing because you can't do the exact same thing that you did before, because it's
mhm.
always going to be a little different. But we were real happy with when we went back at it and tackled them, because I recorded a lot of those at the conservatory, using those studios and of course our own studio space. So overall, I mean, we were real happy with the way that it came out, overall.
so,
So.
do you got a new protocol for backing your shit up now, or
Oh
what?
yeah. Oh, dude, believe me, that never happened again, man. I've lost stuff, but I had another project I was working on, and we went into work and brought up our sessions and stuff, and all kinds of shit was just fucked up and missing,
Yeah.
and I was like, shit. So I run home and I get my backup, and in my backup, the drive is just fucked, like it won't load. I'm like, shit. But that's okay because I backed up my backups because that's the way I do it now.
There you go.
And everything came back on right online.
I
So.
need to do the same thing. You got me thinking now, because dude, I've lost stuff into the ether, like
Oh yeah,
cool
yeah.
demos and shit, of really cool songs. And like you said, you can never make the same thing twice.
Right, right. And if you try to do the exact same thing, you're only gonna,
Yeah.
it's even harder. So you got to kind of go into a new version of it.
A friend of mine was like, a few years ago, he was like, "Hey man, I was going through my old computer, and I found a bunch of your old stuff on there." And then he gave me like this folder that had all this music that I hadn't heard for like at least 5 years, man. I thought I lost it forever. And then hearing that shit was like, oh man, like I found my dog that's been missing.
Yeah, no, I got tons of that stuff too, like backed up on my computer. I mean, I've been recording stuff, for like 20 years, like, old 4-track tapes and shit, that I would always, back up on computers, and I've kept moving them from computer to computer, and I've got multiple drives that I keep them backed up on. So, sometimes I put on stuff from, when I was like 19 years old or something, just really weird, shitty sounding psychedelic stuff, but it's so nostalgic to listen to,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. It's like
and I'm glad that I got a record of some of that stuff. So.
it's like looking at an old family portrait or family album or something.
Right, yeah. So, but it was cool to record at the studios at Crass and have access to all that equipment and stuff. That really helped. But there were obviously a couple of rookie mistakes with the data management.
Let's go. Let's talk about Crash for a minute. Did you get your pick of the litter as far as which studio you got to record in up there? How was that?
Well, sort of. Well, we recorded the album. Three of the tracks that are on there, we recorded before I went to school there. That's kind of how we got into that. That's how I got into it anyway. Into the school was our lead singer in Stone Witch, J.R. Robbins. He tattoos a guy who is a kind of a big wig over there at the school, right? And they got to talking during one of their tattoo sessions, and he had heard that JR's got this band and stuff, and he really dug it. And so he was like, "Hey man, I work at the school and we got all this equipment, and if you guys want to come down, I'll record you guys." So we're like, "All right, free recording session, that's great." So we went down there, and me being the guy, who always has done all the recording for the band and stuff. When I got down there, I looked at that place. I was like, man, this is just like the chocolate factory in here for me. Like I love this place. And so that's what made me want to go to school there. So that gentleman's name is Jerry Fimbrace. He's a great guy, and he definitely is. I credit him with getting me turning me on to the school.
So
So
three of the songs
yeah,
on your album you recorded at Crass before you were even going to Crass.
yeah.
On the
Wizard,
Desert Oracle album, correct?
yeah. Wizard Smoke.
Mm.
We recorded there.
That's a
White
badass
Eye.
song, man.
Yeah, White Eye. We recorded down there, and shit. I know there was one other one we did down there, but it's escaping me at the moment. But yeah, so he tracked most of that stuff, and then like the drums and stuff, and then we went back to our studio and kind of redid some of the parts, redid some of the vocals, reamped some of the guitars.
So when you go back to Crass to do more, is there more songs on the album that you did at Crass than those initial three?
No, I don't think we did any songs that didn't make the cut for that one.
Oh, okay. So the rest of the songs on the album you did in your own studio.
Yeah. Yep.
Eh,
Yeah, we recorded those ourselves at our own studio. A couple of them, we did over time because then eventually I did start going to school there, and we took advantage of some of the studios and the equipment once I got in there. Because they don't give you everything right away. They're not like, hey, welcome. Fuck around with all this.
All this equipment.
Millions of dollars worth of equipment.
Right.
Yeah, so once those studios started to open up to me as a student, then I was like, you can book them, and then so that's what we would do. That's basically what carried me through and got me my grades, was working on that project, working on that album all the way through school.
Oh,
So
so you guys were overdubbing and stuff like that on the
yeah.
up there at
Whenever we had
Crass.
access, whenever we had access to the studios, we would use them. But if we didn't, we would use our own rehearsal space.
Oh, okay, got you. So
It's kind of a hodgepodge, of different locales.
and that's kind of how me and you got a little more acquainted. We came over there once and recorded with you at Crass, man, and it was a real nice experience. I enjoyed it too. I felt like a little kid in the toy store as well. I tried. I went to audio engineering school, man, and I didn't finish, but I killed it while I was there. I just didn't complete my classes and shit. So, but I thought about going to Crass, and when I was there, we were recording on a board that Metallica had recorded on, like Primus, fucking a lot of bands I can't even think of right now.
Easy E had used it.
So
Yeah,
that's
like
really cool, man. I mean,
there's a lot of history in those consoles, because those consoles get passed around, from place to place over time.
and I
You
imagine
know.
that's not the only piece of gear in there that's got a lot of history to it too.
Yeah, no, there's others. I can't recall, all the names and stuff and which ones go to which, but yeah, a lot of that equipment was acquired from lots of different places. So.
I talked to a lot of people all around the country, and anybody that's interested in recording and audio engineering. I just mentioned Crass, and everybody knows about Crass, man, no matter where they're from.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's a great place, man. I had so much fun there. I made so many good friends. And we keep in touch and stuff all the time. I got two guys who really helped out with that Desert Oracle album, Taylor Jackson and Dominic. I can't remember Dominic's last name, but they did a great job, man. We were like a killer team down there. And anytime we would bring someone in to record, we'd always get together and back each other up because we knew how we like to work and we knew our workflow. And those guys are really great, man. They graduated Crest and they went on to do some cool stuff. They went out to California. I think my buddy Taylor, he's now working for Rick Rubin.
wow,
Out
that's
in
amazing.
California at Shangri-La.
So, what? He's at Shangri La?
Yeah. That's where
Oh man, that's
right out,
amazing.
right out of school, man. Right out of school, he got an internship like immediately.
I'd love to just go stand around and just get some of that on me, man. Whatever's in the air, just let it
Right.
let it get
Right.
all over me.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know
um,
how much interaction he had. I'm sure it's a big operation over there, but um,
did you have a chance to did you have the opportunity to do like an internship like that? Because I've heard that like once you graduate from class, they'll hook you up with an intern in like a
they
bigger studio.
they do help you, with like placement and all that kind of stuff. I was in a different situation than some of those kids because when I went there, I was a little bit older than some of the guys,
Right. Yeah.
who were there. I've been doing it longer and stuff, and um, they're in a position where their parents can set them up with an apartment in
Mm.
LA for the next year,
Lucky
so they
them.
can do their internship. And believe me, I would have loved to be in that kind of position, but
uh,
I wasn't. So I made it. I went through made my intern hours with sort of odd jobs.
I figured
So
so. That's why I asked. I know you work a lot, man. You got a life and you work full time and stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it keeps me busy, man. I don't like sitting on my hands. I get antsy, if I'm not working on something. So,
Yeah, man.
and then when I fill up my plate, I'm like, all I can think about is taking some time off. And then when I have time off, I'm like, I need something else to work on.
Gosh, you sound exactly like me, man. I do the same shit. I gotta have so much stuff to do, and then I can't sit around and twiddle my thumbs neither. I cannot relax, dude.
Yeah.
I can't hardly sit down and watch a movie or anything like that, man.
Speaking of sort of the notoriety that or the reputation that school has. We had a guy in our class. He came all the way over from India just to go to school there. His name's Depeche Man. He was amazing, man. He was a really real killer engineer. He already had you know he already had an education in it and had been doing it for forever. But he really wanted to get like some sort of a degree, so he came in all the way from India. So people from all over the country and all over the world come there. It's pretty cool. Cool
That's
collection of people.
man, and I still got plenty of time, man. I juggle the idea around all the time of going up there. So maybe one day
Shit.
if I get my ducks in a row and I got a little extra time, I'll finally go knock it out.
You should, if only for the free recording. It's
Yeah,
not free, I guess, but
right. I got plenty of time to go in there and mess around. So, no, yeah, I was talking to another guy that recorded or that went to school there, and when he got out, they sent him out, and he was working with like this high level hip hop producer that worked with like people like Lil Wayne and stuff like that. He was a hip hop guy, so
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like
cool.
fresh out of school, man, around all these big league guys.
Yeah, it's a good way to do it, man. They do set you up and they do stay invested. And I have stayed to touch with my teachers from there all the time. I still talk to them, bounce ideas off each other. I still got dudes I can text. So I got a issue, stupid Pro Tools question or something,
So
you know.
obviously you were interested in recording, and you already had a good understanding of all this before you started going to school. How did Crass did it like refine your understanding? Did it just blow your mind, change everything you thought you knew? How was it when you got in there?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, at first, because of the program starts off, very with the basics, so I'll admit that I was probably falling asleep during some at first, but when they open up, the curriculum opens up, and I mean they got a lot of the live sound stuff was newer to me. And they even have like audio business classes and stuff, which I found fascinating. I thought was really fun. So they cover pretty much everything. Video game audio. We had a course in that. That was pretty cool. But that's not something I want to do. I think that would bore the shit out of me, to be honest with
Right. Oh, I love the business aspect of audio. That's another thing that really intrigues me, man. I can like put the guitar down and pick up the freaking laptop, man. And just I really enjoy that almost as much as I enjoy playing music, man. As far as like marketing, trying to do creative stuff with marketing and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, I love the whole aspect of it. We do Stonewitch, I'm sure you've seen we do a lot of video stuff. Usually we didn't, not so much this last year, of course, because there ain't shit happening.
Mm-hmm.
But usually when there's shows and stuff, we'll do all kinds of video flyers or announcements and that kind of shit. You do a bunch of cool video stuff, man. I love the video stuff that you do.
Thank you,
I was
man.
just, I was just watching the one that you put up earlier.
Oh, thank you. Fuck Zach Cry.
Yeah, that cry. That's so funny, man. Yeah, I love it.
Well, I bought
Yeah,
my
was it outdoor shoes or
I bought my wife a Cricut, man. Yeah, it's a little printer machine that cuts vinyl while it prints. And
oh, cool.
yeah, and you can stick that shit on anything. So we've been having a lot of fun, man. We just been making all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah, panties, booties.
Yeah. We got our own meal at Burger King.
Condoms and cookies.
So you guys were hitting it hard before the quarantine and shit started. Have you been doing behind the scenes stuff? Are you guys
Oh yeah,
cooking up
we
stuff?
we yeah we pulled through. We survived. We took off. In the late spring when everything Ship Mountain started to come down. And the last show we played was that Planet Mammoth festival, which is going on a year now. So it's been almost a whole year.
Yeah, no, man, it's been a year now. Let's talk about that for a second because you had a hand in that, helping Chris out, right?
A little bit. I mean, I didn't do much. I had the lanyards, if you remember those. I made those for Chris and everybody.
Oh yeah, I got mine hanging up right here.
Yeah, and those are great. I always like to think sometimes when I look at mine, because I got mine hanging on my bedroom door. And every time I look at it, I'm always like, oh, I wonder where all the other ones are right now.
Oh, that's a cool thought, man.
Yeah.
All your little babies.
Right.
I love keeping those lanyards, man. Anytime I get one from a show or something, I got a little bitty collection of them. So.
Yeah. I've got a little book with all kinds of stupid shit in it. Like it's like my parking pass from like the Crescent or or whatever.
I don't think it's stupid.
Yeah. Well, the Planet Mammoth was so much fun, man, and you killed it there. And so we were all so lucky, dude, because we missed the whole collapse of Ship Mountain.
Yeah.
Like by weeks.
Oh man, could you imagine if you booked it just a little later on, man? That would have sucked. Nobody's seen it coming.
Yeah, no, but yeah, Chris really was a mastermind.
That's Chris
Kyle,
Beck from Doom Tomb Podcast, who set up Planet Mammoth last year, which is just a really awesome festival. Sorry, man, I just wanted to give a shout out. Kyle. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I just wanted to make sure that Chris and Kyle both got credit for and Joe from Switchblade.
Kyle Eads from Old Fashioned Assassin and Joe from Switchblade, who we've had on this podcast. Shout out, fellas. Love you guys. Yeah, man. And so I know Chris was already planning on doing another one, man. He was so psyched about it that they were already like booking for the next year and stuff.
Yeah, it was starting to get pretty far along. I'm glad, to be honest, I'm glad it didn't get like so far along that like he got screwed.
Right.
Like by it. But man, I really hope that he doesn't lose his fire for it. I don't think he will. He's not that kind of guy.
I don't think so. He's been doing a lot of stuff with the podcast. So
yeah.
Definitely keeping busy.
So much for everyone.
Oh, I know, man. I love him, man. I love his podcast. You work with him on the podcast as well, huh?
I do, yeah. I produce and edit the episodes for him. Probably any of the last dozen or so episodes you've heard, and many more to come. I got a whole bunch on my plate tonight that I got to get to.
So did he reach out to you and kind of ask you to help him out, or did you say, "Hey, I know"? Did you have ideas? How this relationship start with the podcast?
Well, it's a little bit of both. I think it happened kind of really organically. Chris and I have been such good friends. Since I first met him. We met years ago. He moved out here from Florida, and he heard us online, and he started coming out to shows, and he met us at shows, and sometimes how it is. Sometimes you meet some real kind of weirdos. Sometimes, and I love them. I love the weirdos. Don't get me wrong. But but Chris came along. He had our first album cover on his phone. I remember that about him. like it was his wallpaper,
Oh
on his
wow.
phone. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then we started talking. The more we talked, the more we had in common. We just became good buddies, over the years. And then when we started the podcast, it was really great. And then he knows, of course, about my audio stuff. So he had asked me, like a few questions, and sometimes we bounce ideas off of each other. And eventually, I think I don't remember what the first one was, but he was just like, hey, I need some help, editing this episode. And I was like, yeah, I can help out. And from there, I just started taking him over as far as the producing and editing goes, and he handles, of course, all the interviews and lining them up.
Okay, so do you kind of when you're editing and stuff, so the direction that it goes as far as like when you put what music you're putting where and when you I think he has pre-rolls every now and then. I hear a couple pre-rolls like mucho drums will pop in there. You do all that?
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do all that. So yeah, one thing we wanted to do was sort of incorporate more music into it, rather than spending a lot of time talking with folks that you're not really connecting with on a musical level, until like the end, because sometimes the music wouldn't come until the end. So we wanted to incorporate more of that, and space out, where the commercials go. Basically, what I do is, go in and fix up the audio a little bit, a little compression, a little reverb wherever it's needed. Somebody's coughing, or somebody's dog or doorbell goes off or something like that. I'll edit around that,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of stuff, and just try to even out all the levels and make it sort of a consistent sound all the way through. Just kind of up the production value a little bit.
No, and I think it's working, man. So
Yeah,
do
he's a
you
genius, man.
do you help him with getting it online and distributed, or does he still handle that?
Oh no, he's got all that covered. Once I send it back to him,
Yeah.
yeah, he's got that pretty much automated. I mean, as soon as he gets it back, and he'll put it up within, usually within hours, of getting them.
So I'm surprised there hasn't been some sort of initiative to do a small like Planet Mammoth live stream or something like that.
Oh, I don't know. That's a good idea, man.
Like
Um,
maybe just a few of the bands that were on last year, just do like one after another on the same sort of page or form or something, you know.
yeah,
Uh,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he would be interested. We hadn't never talked about doing something like that, but that'd be interesting. Did you guys ever do a stream this past year?
no, we haven't. Well, we just did a little Facebook stream from the studio while we were recording, but it wasn't like a
It wasn't
legit
like an event. Yeah.
no, no.
Yeah, I got it's a mixed bag, man. I got mixed feelings, about some of them. I see these ones that are really great, that are well produced, and I really think it's important to get some good production behind it, as far as microphones and video. I see some that like Howling Giant, dude. They did one that was, I mean, they did a couple of them, but they were so good. They were so well produced. They're split camera,
Yeah, I think I
and
caught the ass end of one, man, and it looked.
yeah, yeah, they were like really really pro. I saw some others. I don't want to call anybody out because people just doing what they can. I get that, but I saw others where it's just like it's just a phone. It's a microphone on the phone. The lighting is terrible.
And you got an event
the
page.
audio.
You sent
Yeah,
out
the
two
audio.
thousand invites for this.
Yeah, yeah, and the audio is just shit. And
I watched some.
and
All the ones that I've seen have been pretty good so
yeah.
far.
Yeah. I'm not, like I said, I'm not looking to call anybody out because everybody's just doing what they can. I get
Yeah.
that,
Uh-huh.
but I think that if what I'm getting at is that if they was going to do like a Planet Mammoth, it would, definitely have to have some kind of really
You
good production
have
around
to
it.
make sure that the guys have the abilities to put out a
Yeah, I
good
don't know.
product.
I'll ask him. That's good. It's a good thing. I'll ask him if he's ever thought of doing something like that. But hopefully, we're coming out of this thing soon.
Oh yeah. Well, shit, man. I'm hoping that we get to go to Psycho Las Vegas because I've had my ticket since last year.
Mhm.
And now they're saying that it's looking like September, so it's looking like we're just gonna miss it with Psycho. You know.
Yeah, well, that's a great thing about being out here in the desert is, for your listeners that maybe don't know,
Mm.
is that all that time around Psycho is really good for us because we got all kinds of great bands coming through, and there's all kinds of great bills to get onto, and great opportunity to make new friends, and really jam out with some really great dudes.
Oh yeah, and for that to not happen would just be lame again for the second time, you know.
Right? Yeah.
And it's all in the air right now because, like I said, what I'm hearing is September, but Psycho is still carrying on like it's going down. So I'm hoping that it does. I got tickets. Do you have tickets to the event?
I don't have any cycle tickets now.
I bought them for last year, which because they got a lot of my favorite bands on there, like Exhorder, Down, I Hate God. All those like New Orleans sludge bands are all gonna be there, packed into one show. Man, that's why I really want to go. I'm not crazy about like black metal, you
Hmm.
know. Uh, there was like the past couple of Psycho Fest I haven't attended, or I would have rather gone to those, you know.
Right.
But they got like I said, Crowbar's gonna be there. All those NOLA sludge bands I love a lot. They're all gonna be there, so I'm really looking forward to it. I canceled my hotel last year, and it was free to cancel, and I just carried the tickets over. But man, you know, if it doesn't happen, it's gonna suck.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I know a lot of places are already, sort of pushing the envelope as far as trying to get shows going. You know,
I see shows in Texas going down a lot, dude. They're popping up more and more frequently. Little
Yep.
places in Austin and shit. I've seen some of these guys down there playing shows and just man, I want to play a damn show.
Yeah. Well, we got an invite to play a show in December, and we were kind of like, we were a little sketchy about it, at a place, here in town that has, I guess, has been having shows like the whole time, but that only sort of made us feel even less comfortable with it, and only because we didn't feel like that really spoke a lot to, responsibility.
Yeah, we have a responsibility, and I don't want to sound like I'm downplaying this whole pandemic with just worrying about Psycho. I'm just speaking from a music scene perspective. I know there's a lot more bigger things
Right,
to
right.
worry about. But yeah, it is irresponsible, I think, man. Unless, you know, I've been to some comedy shows during the pandemic and stuff, and
Oh,
they've
yeah.
been taking all kinds of protocols. Uh,
Yeah.
so I mean, I haven't I haven't caught the virus yet. I,
Knock on wood, man. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. I stay masked up and keep my distance and stuff. But me and my wife have gone to a couple of events, like comedy shows and shit.
Right.
So I'm hoping that they can open up to shows soon, man. And but
Yeah. In the meantime, we started. We're back to. We've been writing, and we're getting ready to start doing some more recording the next one,
that's what I
which is
wanted to
pretty
get
cool.
to. Are you guys? So you already got some material written? You're ready to start recording and stuff?
Yo, yeah, yeah, yeah. We got probably, I would say, like maybe seven that are just about ready to go, and a couple more that we got to fine tune along the way, and one or two may drop off or be used for something else. So we got that happening. We also are in talks with. We're pretty far along in the deal for a remaster of our first record to release on vinyl, Order of the Goat. So we're pretty excited about that. We're redoing some of the artwork and stuff right now
You
for
guys
it.
are releasing with Stoner Witch Records. What?
No, so Stoner Witch, no relation.
Uh,
Guys, got to say that's Melissa, of course. She's wonderful. Stoner Witch
Shout out
Records.
Melissa.
Yeah, yeah,
Did she
definitely.
not put out a cassette for you guys?
She did put out she put out the Desert Oracle cassette version.
Okay.
So which we're really grateful for. We hope to work with her again in the future. This one will not be with her. Like I said, we're pretty far along in the dealings of getting it done. But I don't. It's a name you would recognize, but I don't want to. I don't think it's right to say it
Oh no,
because
for
only
sure, man. Don't
because they haven't announced it,
yeah,
you know.
don't say it.
But but that's something to look forward to. So that'll definitely be happening this year. So we might have that, the re-release of that remastered record, and then plus a new one. So
That's cool, man. I'm working on some things on my end as well, as far as getting some vinyl,
yeah,
and I'm gonna shop it around to a couple of guys that I'm hoping will handle the distribution for me at least.
yeah, that last record's amazing, man. I love it. I love it. So psychedelic, sounds so good.
Thank you so much, man. And who do I
Good.
kill? We're still gonna do our thing, man. It's just kind of chilling on the back burner right now. So I figured I'm just gonna release some of this other stuff I got, and working on solo material and kind of has changed my approach to like social media. It's become less about me having to have like material with the full band and stuff, and I can kind of integrate like my music and my life together. You know what I'm saying? Because now that we're in this era of fucking content is king and TikTok and freaking man, I go back and forth with it. Social media is like a double-edged sword, but I've been having fun with it now that I don't have I'm not so confined to like having to have the whole band to make content or this and that. I can just kind of do my own thing, and I've been having a little bit of fun with it.
Oh, great, man. That sounds awesome. Yeah, I got to get better with social media stuff. I mean, I'm okay with it, which is weird because even growing up, I was always like into computers and stuff, and I was always kind of like the tech guy, like in the family and that kind of stuff. But some of the stuff about social media nowadays, I'm just like, I just scratch my head a little bit when I look at it. You know what I mean?
Well, it can be very distracting and very self-serving, and then there's also a lot of junk on there, like junk food for your brain. So I don't think
That's
it's
what I mean. Yeah, like trying to avoid those pitfalls. You know what I mean?
and
That's
that's where you gotta that's the balance you gotta have. I think the best thing to do is just post and ghost is what I've heard it called. Just post your shit and get the fuck out of there.
right, right. That's good. That's funny. I never heard that term. Yeah, Chris helps me with that stuff because he's really good with that stuff. So it's sort of a trade off. I annoy him with my social media questions.
Well, Ian, do you got anything coming in the immediate future? Or you guys are just getting ready to release that remaster of your original album? I mean, anything you want to plug right now?
Yeah, well, that the remaster is going to have, the thing about that is that we released that initially as an EP. So the runtime on it's coming a little bit short. So we're going through some old stuff, some stuff we cut, some other recordings, some live recordings that we got, and figuring out, what kind of bonus material we're going to put on there.
Oh, that's
You
really
know?
cool.
Yeah, yeah, you know what that's about. I know you got a great bonus track on your album too.
Yeah, man. Well, I had a cool guy working with me on it.
So we got that, but it sucks that there's not much to announce in the way of shows. But we're definitely going to be having some new material for this new record, and we'll probably release some of it in sort of a little bit of a different way, as far as leaking some of it out, a little bit at a time, maybe.
That seems to be the way of the future. I mean, I guess
Yeah,
we're all just now talking about this, but they've been saying this for a long time. Uh,
yeah.
I
So
did
it
the
seems to
same
be
thing. We released our entire album, and I'm like, damn. We-
right. You shot everything you got.
yeah, yeah.
Right. So hopefully, something to keep people engaged, until we can get back on stage and rip it up.
You know what I've always appreciated that I don't see a lot anymore is like band home videos, like that Pantera home video, man. I grew up on that, and so we used to do it. We used to always have a camera rolling and stuff, and maybe it's because now we're just doing that in little snippets every day, and we're not having like a huge compilation of like an hour long home video. Do you guys ever do stuff like that? Do you have a little compilation of footage that you would ever consider releasing as like a home movie or something?
Yeah, we have something that's practically done. It's funny you should even say that because yeah, we took a lot of the behind the scenes sort of stuff, when we were recording, and we sort of intercut it with a lot of those video flyers And then, along with some, longer performances of full songs, like the one from Planet Mammoth. I don't know if you've seen that video we got up, but basically cut it all together. And I think it was about maybe like 40 some minute long video. And we were kind of teetering, about whether or not it was something we wanted to put out there. It's not something we had made a decision about yet.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I hope you guys do. I was talking to John from Holy Death Trio, and he was really into film, and he was talking about how much Jackass influenced him to want to pick up a camera and stuff. And I shared the same sentiment, man. I remember being a kid, like that shit had such a big impact on me, and then seeing that Pantera home video was like Jackass with the fucking metal soundtrack behind it.
Right. Yeah,
So,
no, I used to love those videos, man.
yeah.
They used to you used to go to like the video store, and there'd be a whole section of them,
Oh yeah.
the Megadeth and
Oh
Slayer.
yeah, dude! I used to have all those, bro. I had the Megadeth one, all those fucking DVDs, bro.
I'm so ashamed I shoplifted that video when I was like 12 years old or something.
It's all right, man. Fuck the big box stores.
I'm so ashamed. Oh, jeez. That's one of the only things that ever stole my life.
Well, you're way better than me, brother.
I felt so bad, but I remember just like I had to see it, and I knew I didn't have any money. I was a 12-year-old kid, I didn't have any money to buy it, so I was like, oh shit.
What are you gonna do, man?
I set off the alarm walking out too.
No way! Did you just take off running?
I just took off, man. Yeah.
And you got it home and watched the fucking video, man. That's great.
Oh yeah. I went home, hung my head for 45, like the telltale heart, the things like beat,
Uh-huh.
it's calling to me, and then I watched it and I was like,
You forgot all about the shame.
In the mood where I'm like, I'm a rebel.
Oh yeah. Well, hey Ian, thank you very much, man. I had a great time talking to you. Where can they reach you guys on social media, Instagram, and all that shit?
You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, Stonewitch Band, and we haven't gotten into TikTok yet, but Chris swears that we should.
It's inevitable. I just put my first TikTok video up. Hey, do you offer any recording services to people if they're interested in working with you?
Yeah, man. I'm absolutely available for whatever anybody wants to do, man. You want to record some music? Cool. You want to record an audiobook? Great. You need voiceover work? I'm available for that. I'll basically pour myself out in any way I can for audio. So you guys can find me at No Masters Audio on Instagram. I'm there, and definitely, I definitely want people to check out Doom Tune podcast with Chris. It's a pleasure to work with him on that, and so I think people really like it, man. Just great interviews, all kinds of amazing people, all kinds of artists. He just did a great interview with Rob Blasco from White Zombie and Ozzy Osbourne's band. Mm-hmm. So definitely check it out.
That's very cool, man.
It's great new stuff, man. I always like to say, that when you listen to it, you're gonna hear your next favorite band.
Yep, and Chris is very cool. Definitely look out for Doom Tune podcast. I'm gonna put up a track that I worked with you on at the end of this podcast, so I'll be putting up that track. Thank you very much, Ian. I almost called you Chris. And we're gonna get Chris on this podcast soon. I've been talking to him. We've been working that out, man. So thank you very much, man, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right, Ian. See you later.
Take care, buddy.
All right, thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. That was Ian Colbert from Stone Witch. He's also an audio engineer and producer on the Doom Tune podcast. He helped me record this song right here. This is a cover of a Town Van Zandt song. You guys have a good one. Won't say I love you, babe. Won't say I need you, babe. But I'm gonna get you, babe, and I will not do you wrong. Living's mostly wasted. time.